and things like that, which like that would be Doctorpat's dream in this set right now. To just had to do with landing there. No, Smoothie, he is living and dying by that boomerang.
Yeah.
And like, can you get past this? Like a lot of characters will have their like, can you beat this option?
Yeah.
And so far the answer has been no.
I do like the switch to Smashville, of course, being so tiny. The answer now is no longer, can you beat out Boomerang? Can you get on top of me? It's, how do you stay away from me if you're Smoothie? And Doctorpat has already racked up so much damage, pretty much entirely due to the Sage swap, if I do say so.
Yeah, I completely agree there. Like, you have that middle platform that you can maneuver around with the, like, okay, so he throws out a Boomerang, you just go above it.
Yeah.
You can land down with those landing aerials for Peach. And like you said, just really nowhere for Link to escape on this stage. So being able to use that better mobility from Peach, get him at the ledge here, and Doctorpat just looking so much better in this game too so far.
Yeah, and you see Smoothie scrambling now, losing most of these scrambles, but finally finding a little bit of footing. Now that Doctorpat is in the driver's seat, yeah, aggressive option. Smoothie is honestly just going for like get-up attacks and aggressive option reversals, because that's kind of what you have to do if you want to start your normal game plan as Link.
But now the question is, how do you finish your plate if you're Peach here? Do you find a back air, find a back throw? Because going for that air-to-air with the fair has not been working out. That Link fair is so much bigger, so much stronger, but finding the fair there, timing it after the end leg of that up smash, and now Doctorpat up a stock here in this game too.
Yeah, I think instant float, like dancing around shield pressure, is definitely an option. You can punish Smoothie going for a jump on reaction. You can punish like any sort of out of shield option, rising. Yeah, I think that's a good choice. That's a potential way to close out any stock here. But racking up damage, I think, is a very different game plan.
And now, we saw such a defensive game plan come out from Smoothie in that game one. That game plan doesn't work anymore when you're down a full stock. So how does he respond here? How does he scrap to work his way back into this game? Because now Doctorpat doesn't have to interact with that Boomerang anymore. He doesn't care about it.
Sorry, you asking me? I have no clue.
Yeah, it was kind of a question, also kind of like a, it was like a question slash kind of a fact.
It's a rhetorical, exactly.
Maybe you had an answer, actually.
No, I didn't either.
But now, I mean, all of a sudden, Smoothie is back into this game, took that stock, he put on a quick 30%, getting that up B. So now, looking really strong here all of a sudden.
Yeah, so this is where the hilt of the sword, the handle of the sword even is a little bit sharp. Not quite so far that I'd call it double-edged, but if you let Link set up underneath the platform while you're like off stage or potentially in a ledge trap position, it's going to be very difficult for you to reset.
Absolutely, and now Doctorpat finally has his feet under him. He's just trying to hold that center, use that platform, but hasn't been able to find any meaningful damage in quite some time. Even like had Link in the corner, didn't find those bears. That should be where Peach is making her money, right? Is like when he gets those corner situations.
Back to stage.
Is
Very
that
nice.
turnip gonna take it?
That's
yes,
a big just for fun.
Where's the bomb? Is the bomb on stage?
That's a good question. Maybe it just wasn't. It wasn't available, or was it not techable at that percentage?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I feel like it could have been.
Yeah, it probably could have been.
Maybe a panic. I don't know. I feel like you don't panic in those situations if you're Link, though. You should always be ready with that bomb.
Yeah, absolutely. That said, Smoothie has smoothed out the edges, if you will, in the set a lot. So far as to actually reset the stock, and we're in last stock position, bomb on stage.
Yeah, Smoothie has been really cool under pressure, like a freshly brewed Smoothie. So getting things back to even here, even taking the lead.
Yeah.
Doctorpat so strong at the start of this game, and now he's having to try to recalibrate his game plan because it seems like he's been engaging a lot more in these scrapping situations that were going well for him at the beginning of the game, and now Smoothie's refigured it out and is trying to win those himself.
Yep. Oh, Doctorpat found a nice opening there, but of course Nair just is get out of jail free card if you're not perfect with your pressure. Fair is a great wall out option, and getting back to center as Peach without going for like an aggressive Peach bomber is just not it.
Yeah, Fair definitely been the MVP for Smoothie in this set, except next to maybe that Boomerang. Just the way he uses it, fade in, fade out. He's getting so much mileage off of that move, and it's definitely the reason why he's now all of a sudden in the lead here.
Yeah.
Getting up to this high percent. Up B from Link on stage will do it. Fair, stale, but will take it soon. Each needs to find a back air here.
Yeah, the instant float cancel shield pressure is pretty much the entire way that you keep advantage there. And now Smoothie's trying to get out of the blender.
Yeah, and he keeps getting put back into it over and over again. That dash attack, dangerously close to killing. Doctorpat in the driver's seat here, looking so good. Will he find that definitive hit?
Boomerang pressure, the bomb pressure, just float, just wait it out. Oh, the linger!
Lingering up air. Wow. They're both like, man, that game was hard.
That was a nail-biter game, and somehow Smoothie came out ahead with how big of a start Doctorpat had. Basically a full stock lead. What didn't actually translate to a stock, I don't think, for a while, but it was like 100% damage advantage, and Smoothie was able to fight back. It definitely was an adjustment period, though.
Yeah, you saw the sigh of relief come out from Smoothie clutching it out, and another yawn come out from Doctorpat. So, like, don't know if there was a lack of sleep there or if he just doesn't want to play against Link, but one of these players is dialed in, and one of them looks pretty comfy for being down 2-0.
Yeah, it's exhausting playing against Link. I mean, playing against any zoner is, of course, exhausting, but I think with like other zoners, you have kind of some expectation of what they're going to do or what the pressure is going to be. Min-min is a good thing that comes to mind. Like, you kind of understand what arms are available at what times, but this is just a little bit more annoying. You have a character with better mobility stats, even if the frame data isn't perfect, and multiple projectiles that can not only trap you, but also space you out. It's just so exhausting.
A lot of rinse and repeat comes out from Link for sure, and then even when you do get in, he has some big hitboxes you have to contend with. So definitely a character when I was still competing was one of my least favorite to deal with, and Smoothie's showing absolutely like what this character has. Like he is not a character played very often anymore, but every time I see good Links do it, I'm like, why don't people play him more? I guess it's just the frame data.
Yeah, I think it's the frame data, and I think that there's just this rhetoric around young Link in general that's kind of translated over to Link, where you have all of these options, you have like this creative, almost sandbox style gameplay, but it's not rewarding enough in this meta.
Yeah, the characters that really have to tic-tac their damage efficiently have kind of disappeared for the most part, but Smoothie's showing that with that consistent pressure that he's putting up in that wall that's really difficult to get through, you can make it work.
Yeah.
And he just looked fantastic throughout this set. Already up a stock here in this game 3, looking to close this out 3-0.
Yeah, looking really advantageous here. I mean, Doctorpat decided to go to small battlefield. I wonder if Smashville was a new ban from Smoothie, seeing how difficult that stage was, but this is clearly just not a better stage for Doctorpat than Smashville, so I have to imagine it was a ban.
It probably was. I imagine Hollow Bastion and Smashville were both gone.
Yeah.
If I'm Smoothie, there was no way in heck I'd be going back there. Like you barely clutched that game, and there's nothing more demoralizing than clutching on your opponent's counter pick like that, and then being like, yeah, I banned that stage. No, actually. Yeah, we're not going back there.
Yeah, your one chance, they gave you one shot and you blew it, so now figure it out on a different
chance
stage.
to blow.
Also, Smoothie has just kind of proven that they're a little bit more adept at adapting. So saying, you know what, we're going to swap stages here, and I'm going to make you change your game plan again. Wow, great interrupt.
That up air not quite taken at 170%. Yeah, I hope that border goes.
Big and important, 97% and you're not dead yet. Yeah, just fishing for a forward smash, trying to close out the stock. Smoothie has a little bit of room to play with, but a few more aggressive options like that, I don't think Smoothie's going to bother.
Yeah, gonna be looking for those fares in the corner once again. Doctorpat finally starting to rack up some meaningful damage here. Slowly but surely working his way back into this game.
Oh, man.
But that forward air will take it. Just like mid-stage at like a little over 100%, that move is just so strong.
Yeah, and that's an important stock closeout, right? Any more percentage and you could be in trouble in a ledge trap, but 72% is not kill percentage for Peach on pretty much any option.
Yeah, and I think one thing that's been difficult for Doctorpat too is to find consistent damage and like those big combos that we're so accustomed to seeing from Peach. He has just not had those opportunities just because Smoothie's defense is so strong. He puts himself in great positions.
Yeah.
Also, like those boomerangs coming back can mitigate some of those combos.
Yes.
So Doctorpat's had to tic-tac damage a lot more than you typically are accustomed to doing with Peach.
Yep. Nice spaced out up B to get Smoothie back onto stage, causing a little bit of a reversal up smash just to get some damage down, and it's a good out of shield option right there. Doctorpat's trying to get back to center, but when you're air dodging in right next to your opponent, you know you're desperate.
I just love the way that Smoothie consistently gets those boomerangs out to disrupt any sort of rhythm, and cleaning up there, getting that up smash, and really, really strong.